All right, everybody. It's an Ebony Star broadcast, courtesy of the Earthen Nation. What's up, everybody? We are back. The gangster has returned, along with the Lady Knights, Miss Dame Frankie. Yeah, we took a little hiatus, to get away from some things on YouTube. But we are back now and we're getting ready to come in hot. I'll see you guys on the other side. It's gangster talk. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? The Black Knight is back. I'm also here with the Lady Knights, and the gangster has returned. This is Gangster Talk. Shout out to everybody coming in. Wow, I miss my homies. We miss our homies. What's up, everybody? Look, let me tell you something. Why y'all coming in? Me and the gangster, we decided to take some time off. I mean, from YouTube, you gotta sit back and de-YouTube. We call it de-YouTubing. You know what I'm saying? Basically desensitizing yourself. Well, no, no, that's not the right word. Basically, washing it off. You know what I mean? You got to get YouTube off the brain for a while, right? And we found out that it's easier to watch YouTube and relax than it is to participate in it. Because if you are participating in it, then you become part of the madness that's going on YouTube. And that takes a little bit out of you. So, me and the Dane, we've been doing this for a minute. And so we decided to take, some time off, maybe a month or two or whatever. It's been a while. But, we're recharged now. We're going to be changing some things going into next year. We're going to get a little bit more serious about the channel. And, I got some cool stuff coming for y'all. But, man, while we were watching YouTube, we were watching YouTube like just a regular person that watches TV shows, right? But before I go any further, my partner in crime, the Lady Knight, she's under the weather, y'all. So I'm pulling double duty today. I'm hosting my show, and I will be hosting Ladies Night tonight. Yeah, first time a man hosted Ladies Night. I'll be hosting Ladies Night tonight because the dame she's still recovering from a pretty bad cold and everything. And she's here. Say hello, Frankie.
Hello, everyone.
You all right? How you feeling?
Okay.
Okay, you still sound a little touchy. So while she recovers, I will be taking the hosting duties now and tonight. Okay? Dame will be back probably next week, the host ladies night. She should be feeling better. Hopefully she'll be feeling better by then. But she'll be hanging out tonight. She just won't be hosting. I'll be hosting the show. The topics and everything, and she'll get in where she fit in. If she likes a topic or something, and she wants to chime in, she'll chime in. She's going to be hanging out with me. She just won't be hosting because she's relaxing. All right, so the Black Knight will be hosting Ladies Night tonight, and it's going to be some shit, right? It's going to be some shit. I'm going to start some shit. If you think I ain't going to start no shit, just go look at the title for Ladies Night tonight. That should tell you the kind of shit I'm on. I'm going to be on tonight. Okay? So, where do I start? Oh, man. And shout out to our strong peoples, Remy, Mika, Auntie, where'd she go? Joy. And let's just tell you what me and the Dane was doing. We just decided to just hang out, in the back chat every day, talk about what we're going to do for the shows, upcoming shows, what direction we want to go in with the channel, just brainstorming. And so while we were brainstorming and taking time off, we were listening to some shows. We would watch some shows on YouTube. Because like I said, it's better to watch YouTube than to participate in it. Because when you just watch it and when you draw back from it, and you just watch it like you're watching a TV show. Wow, man, you see everything. It's all the funny shit going on. And I'm gonna tell you, man, the people that we just can't stop laughing at are these sissy bimps. These passport brothers, or I mean the thing, we just can't stop laughing at these guys. These guys are the funniest dudes on YouTube. Seriously, if there was given an award out for the funniest group of guys on YouTube, the sissy bins would get that award hands down. I mean, their content is freaking hilarious. They actually think that somebody cares that they're going to get a passport. That's funny all by itself. They actually think somebody gives a damn that they're going to get a passport. They really do. They believe this shit. They believe that if the black woman hears passport, she would come running in slow motion with her arms stretched out. And when she get within striking distance or hugging distance, she will fall to her knees and beg them to come back home and don't go overseas with their passports and shit. I mean, they really believe something like that's going to happen. Now, before we went on hiatus, I knew these guys were tripped out, right? I mean, the fact that you in a group called SYSBM says everything about your mentality. But when you watch these guys and listen to their podcasts with no dog in the fight, right? You know, you're not invested in it in any kind of way. You're just watching it. I mean, you just start cracking up laughing. You just can't stop laughing. And we got one. Come on. We're going to bring receipts, okay? You know how we get down. We're going to bring receipts. We got the receipts here, okay? Dang, make sure you do your FBI thing, okay? Oh, we got the receipts. We're going to tell you, we're going to let you hear what we heard and what made us laugh so much, okay? Now, that's number one. And number two, the manosphere guys, right? Man, don't you guys get it? Don't you guys get it? You don't count in the grand scheme of things. You really don't. You guys look like a bunch of weak men. Effeminate, weak. I mean, when you're going to understand that strength is the basic building block of a man, not weakness. Now, you guys want sex slaves, right? So you manosphere, if you really want to be something, right? First of all, you got to get rid of the perverts, get rid of the chili moles. If you don't know what chili moles are, the Navy, we call them chili moles. They're child molesters. Get rid of them. Get rid of guys get rid of perverts and chili moles like Cyber Supreme. Okay? Get rid of all of these guys that are fighting for the age limit, right, to be under 15 years old. Get rid of them. Get rid of guys like Bernard Riley, who's a punk, you know, scared of his wife. Get rid of the punks in the manosphere who hate their mamas and their sisters. Get you some real hardcore brothers in there with their heads screwed on right, who are real men, and the manosphere could probably be something. You could probably turn around and be something good for the black people. You probably could. But you got to do all them things first. You got to get rid of all of these bad dudes first. Because right now, y'all a bunch of clowns. And what is this you're looking to invest in white communities? What kind of black man says something like that? And then the reason why you doing it is because you blame it on black women. The black women aren't checking for you, as you say. The black women aren't. They don't want to be married to you. You always talk about statistics, talking about the black woman is the least get married. Well, she don't want to marry you. Neither does any other non-black women. They don't want to marry you either. I don't know if you heard about it yet, but you guys are getting a bad reputation everywhere. It's not just with the black woman. You're getting a bad reputation amongst non-black women. Now they are complaining about you. So now I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of wondering now where you're going to go now, because now the non-black women are complaining about you too. What you going to do now? Where's your great escape now? What's your? Wait a minute. If the non-black women don't want to be with you, what happens to your passport? What are you going to use your passport for? To go sightseeing? And I hope one of you guys are man enough. Okay. Uh, we can't say man enough, okay? Because that's not what it's going to be. So let's just say brave enough. Well, no, we can't say brave either. Um, well, if one of you, I don't know what to call you, have the guts to come up here, you know, against me, I got a couple of questions I want to ask you. And my biggest one is now that non-black women are complaining about you, they don't want to have nothing to do with you. You're getting a bad reputation amongst them because you're leaving them single mothers. And let me tell you something, right? The men in those races are getting angry about it too. Because they don't want to take care of no half-breed kid that's been left behind by a derelict nigga who's immature and want to just go around here and hump like a mutt, right? So now that the non-black women are getting a load of who you are, what are you gonna do with your passport? That's a real question. What are you gonna do with your passport? You're gonna what? Turn it in? Because it ain't gonna do you any good now because the non-black women in these countries know what you're about now. In the meantime, I promised receipts, right? All right, Dame. The FBI thing and fire up the video.
All right. Coming through. Hmm. All right, I'm having some kind of issue. Hold on, let me try it again.
All right, while David's getting that together, um, I can't wait for tonight. The topic is on Ladies Night tonight. Should black women be treated better than black men? Oh my goodness, that's going to be fun. You ready,
All right.
Dame?
All right. This channel, I'm ready. This
Yeah,
channel
go
may
ahead.
contain, yeah. All right, I'm ready. Let's cover our bases. This
Uh huh.
channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use, I repeat, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, definitely, comments, ain't gonna be able to help ourselves, news reporting, only for those who don't know, teaching, we're gonna learn something new today. Scholarship or research is not an infringement of copyright.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, y'all. Receipts. James, let it rip.
All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, here we
Okay.
go.
All right. Play it. Fair use.
Sir.
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Uploading visuals, sir.
See, men nowadays, they want us to be submissive, but they don't want to be providers.
Right.
So it's like, don't ask me to submit to you and you're not providing.
Submit
you're not
to
taking
what?
care of the household. I can't depend on you as a man to be able to wake up every day and say everything is going to be okay.
Right.
I cannot get that from you. So why would you want me to be submissive to something? What am I submitting to?
Daphne Springs proves why men get their passports and save themselves. Don't date these women. Welcome to Man's Highlights
Stop.
Daily. Shout out to our patron.
Stop. Okay, you heard what he just said? He said, don't date these women who have standards. Then get it off the screen real quick. Now, y'all heard what the woman said. She said that they want the black woman to submit, but there's nothing to submit to. They can't provide. They can't protect. That's absolutely right. I don't get why he said, you see, men, get your passports and don't date women like this. What, you don't want to date black women who actually have some real standards? You don't want to date black women who are looking for you to be a man? So basically what he's saying is, okay, fellas, don't be men. Never grow up, never mature. Just don't date these women. Get your passport and skedaddle to another country where, as of right now, they're starting to learn your ways. So soon, your passport is going to be useless. But think about what he just said, right? He said, don't date these women. Well, what kind of women should you date? Play it, Dan.
Patreon supporter, Mr. Johnson, for sending us this video. Salute! This video highlights everything you need to know to get your passports and take your talents overseas.
Hey, stop.
The original video is...
Now, he said that this video of these women talking highlights everything you need to know on why you should get your passports and go overseas. Remember, he said that. Play it, Dan.
is in the description because we are going to highlight a couple things from their talk. But for the full context of what they're saying, watch the full video. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we got to do because we men and we shit.
What I think is for women. For men, I think the reason men are single is because I think they have the most unrealistic expectations of any generation that has ever.
Okay, stop. What is she saying that's wrong? The reason why black men are single is because they have unrealistic expectations. More than anybody on the goddamn earth. I don't see anything wrong with what she's saying. So far, she's dead on. These guys do have unrealistic. You can't expect for a woman to submit to you when she's never seen you lead or see nothing about you that screams leadership qualities. You asking a woman to put her life in your hands and you be responsible and lead her the right way and lead your family the right way. But you can't, she don't see any of that. And again, you guys do have unrealistic expectations. This by you saying don't date women who have actual standards tells me that you have unrealistic expectations. Play it down.
Men,
Men.
but I feel like men, whenever they're ready, it's women out there for them.
Yeah, but it seems to me it's not about getting married. It's about staying married and being happy. Anybody can get married to anybody they want. You can go on the street and find a doable. Is he gonna be homeless? Is he gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Anybody can marry somebody, but are you gonna be happy? Are you gonna?
Yeah, and that's another thing. When men always say to women, "Oh, that's why you ain't married," they act like it's not somebody out there that won't marry us. I could easily get married. I think that's the bare minimum. But can I get married to someone that I want to be with for the rest of my life? Am I getting married to someone that?
Yeah, I hear that a lot too. I think you're talking about that's why they're married. Well, she's not married to you, which is a good thing. I don't think any of you guys in these groups should be married. I don't want you ruining one woman's life. I don't think anybody in the SBM should be married, not to a black woman. I don't think anybody in the manosphere should be married, not to a black woman. I don't think anybody in the red pill should be married, not to a black woman. I don't think anybody in the conscious community should be married, not to a black woman. I mean, the conscious community is one of the biggest piece of crap here on YouTube. And you know what? And all you guys do is sit your ass online and run your mouth when you think that you are contributing to black society. And shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Say what you want about Tariq Nasheed, but the brother is out there doing something. He's holding reparations rallies. Where the rest of you Negroes at? What the rest of y'all doing? See, he ain't out there talking about Marcus Garvey, Denmark, BC. He's not out there, running down a list of famous black names. No, he's actually out there in the street doing something. They got a rally. They got a reparations rally. He's serious about it. So I can't do nothing but respect that man for out there doing it. You guys ain't doing it. You guys ain't doing nothing. All you niggas want to do is hump. So in my mind, that makes you worthless. All you want to do is hump. And like I said, where are the new freedom fighters today? I said this before. You go from Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Thurgood Marshall, Dr. King, Denmark Vesey, Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, Stokely Carmichael. You go from them guys to Kevin Samuels, Red Supreme, the Manosphere, Signet in the Conscious Community, the Mad Bus Driver, and them pussy ass city bimps. That is the representation of today's black man. Which can't hold a candle to the likes of Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey and all them guys. Now, there's one black man out there who decided to take up the torch. Tariq Nasheed. Say what you want about him, but I see him doing something. You guys ain't doing anything but sitting up here talking crazy about black women. Black women you probably will never have because you don't know how to talk to a black woman. You guys can't even talk to black women. Many of you guys are perverts. You're sex starved. I'm not out there doing anything. Boots on the ground, my ass. Tariq Nasheed got boots on the ground. I can't do nothing but respect that, regardless of whether I disagree with what he does on his shows or whatever. I got to give the man respect for doing something on the street to bring attention to reparations. You Negroes ain't gonna do it. Y'all over here selling out. Black people don't need reparations. That's like if you got a, that's like if you and your family and you got an older brother. Y'all poor and y'all starving, right? Y'all need to eat. And your eldest brother said, somebody comes by with food saying, y'all need some food? And your eldest brother get up and say, no, nobody in this family needs food. We'll starve like the rest of the people. These sellouts. All these sellouts. Today's black man is good for one thing, selling out. You guys are the best sellouts that we've ever seen. And y'all selling out in style, man. Look how Kevin Samuels sold out. Dude had on a suit, clean cut, had the rhetoric going. He sold out in style. He made selling out a fashion statement. And he made it okay for you to become absolutely treacherous against your own people. He made it okay for you to be the bum that you are. Why do you think on several of his shows, he was steadily trying to beat down the standards of black women? How do you think this whole high value thing came about? Because he wanted black women to accept the fact that black men are severely flawed and that they're bums and they're never going to actually do anything. Not in this lifetime. So he wanted black women to accept that. Now he couldn't come outright and say, black women, I need you to accept these effed up black men who ain't gonna never do nothing for you, who ain't gonna never take care of their kids, who are never gonna have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. I need you to lower your standards and accept these black men into your family, into your heart, right? That's why y'all like Kevin Samuels. Because all you dweebs and derelicts who are used to doing nothing but hump, he was making a case for you, right? He was taking on the black woman, trying to get her to lower her standards. Well, he failed. And now the rest of you are trying to carry that Kevin Samuels mantle, right? Stop it. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. At some point, you should want to be called a man, right? Right now, we can't call you guys men. Can't call you guys men. You're running at the first sign of trouble, right? You want to get your passports because a black woman says she don't want to be with you. Okay, that's that one black woman. Keep trying. You're saying that you fed up with all black women? Or one black woman? And I can't imagine you guys having or, talking to any more than two black women. I mean, two is a stretch. 3 is unbelievable. And we ain't even gonna go past 3. So you guys shoot your shot with one black woman and she turns you down, and now you're like a broken toy, right? You know, like them wind-up dolls and shit with the long key. They got like the butterfly back with the holes in it. And you turn it, dum, and then the little thing does a dance and plays some music, right? Well, you guys are that toy. And when the black woman says no, instead of your music going, it goes do 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 do. and then somebody take the goddamn key out and throws it in the damn river somewhere. So you remain broken. Nobody has another key to wind you up. And a lot of it has to do, matter of fact, all of it has to do with you. Let me tell you something. It's more than just your sartorial expression. You have to have the mentality of a grown man. And many of you don't have that. I mean, even the guy on this video sound like a kid. You sound like a boy. Play it, Dan.
The rest of my life. Am I getting married to someone that, in my mind, is the ideal mate for me?
Am I in love with this person?
Yeah.
Do I see myself sustaining this love?
And I can get divorced.
So the dude will pop, exactly. And that's the case, then what was it for? So a dude will pop up like, oh, I can get a woman anytime I want to. But in 4 years, you had us at your wedding. You had us all in white. You had us dressing up, coming to these, birth announcements and all this. 3 years later, oh, I don't even mess with her no more. What did you say that's the wrong?
Because she crazy. Well, you know she was crazy.
But you were so focused on, oh, I could get her. You wasn't focused on, do I want her? You know what I mean? And that's the difference between men and women.
She is right and wrong at the same time. And we're going to let her explain why she's wrong.
I think men.
At least where I'm at in life, it's easy for me to get married.
It was always easy for me. I think that men use it as a weapon to keep us men thinking.
Like crazy bitches.
Exactly. Men like everything.
And all you gotta do is pretend to be nice. You gotta show your representative. If I show my representative,
be nice to his mama.
Yeah.
Keep the house clean when he come over. Yeah. Call him baby and sweetie a lot, make us play. He'll be like, she a keeper.
Yeah.
I don't know, dog. I'm gonna have to keep her. And then as soon as the wedding is over, just go back to being yourself.
Yeah, hard.
Whatever.
Wow. Stop it.
Dude, that's how you get a husband.
Wow. 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 Hey Dan, who is she talking about? Them or the women?
She was talking about the men that is actually pretty easy to get a man by doing the best foot, the representative, like what she was saying, that's to his mama, cook and clean, and then go back to herself. But she's not trying to do that. You're not accepting her as she is, her real self. But if she
let me tell you,
get married, she could do all that thing and get him and then go back. So you as she is or what she pretends to be to get you.
Right. And the reason why that happens to you guys is because you won't let the woman be herself. Okay?
And you don't take the time to know her, you rushing it.
And then you end up getting messed up. Okay? Women are natural pleasers, so if they like you, they'll try their best to please you, but when you live in a lie, eventually it's gonna fall. And that's when you get into the big fight. What happened to you? When I first married you, you were da-da-da-da-da-da. No, I wasn't. I was what you wanted me to be. I was never myself. See? You wanted her to be something else. That's what a lot of you guys do. You want the woman to be something she's not. You're selfish in the beginning because you only want her to be what you want her to be. You won't allow her to be who she is. And that's your biggest and your greatest mistake. That's why a lot of y'all are lonely, a bunch of incels. You don't know how to talk to women. You don't understand women. You don't get it. Okay? If they like you, they're going to try their best to please you. And if that means that they got to put on a show, they'll do it. But they're not going to continue to do it. They only put it on in hopes that it will slowly fade and you can get to real them little by little, and then you will love them for who they are. Now, no one is saying that women make the right choices all the time. Nobody makes the right choice all the time. I don't always make the right choices. None of you sissy, well, I don't know, you sissy bims, y'all close to perfection as far as making the wrong choices. Do you know you wrong all the time? That's that is perfection. It is. If you're wrong every single time, you've never been right in your whole life. That's it, man. You're approaching perfection. You can achieve perfection negatively too, not just positively. You can achieve perfection in a negative manner. You can be wrong 100% of the time about everything. That is a form of perfection. So this is a monster of your own making. She's trying her best to please you because she likes you. You ain't doing nothing for her. But women, you see, they don't think the way we think. They have a lot of hope. They hope that things will change. They try to give you a chance and they hope that you will change. Okay? They'll give it a shot, hoping that you will see the light somewhere within a relationship. But that never happens, right? So she's right and she's right. She's not wrong about anything. Go ahead, Dame.
You really got to pretend to be what you
Dinner
think.
night is hot dogs.
Right. Dinner night. We're cooking dinner after we get married. What?
So you see what you just said? Pretend. Women do that a lot. They do that when they like you because they like you. And they see that you have this unrealistic expectation. They're willing to forego that in hopes that they can turn you around. So they will pretend to be the person you want. But after a certain amount of time, they can no longer pretend. Why? Because they want to be themselves. And they realize now in a relationship that they should approach this being themselves rather than being what you want them to be. And let me tell you something. When they get to that point, right, all hell is going to break loose because they're going to hate you for not recognizing the sacrifice they made for you in the beginning. You see, when a woman pretends to be the woman that you want her to be, she really likes you. And she's making a sacrifice. That's what you guys don't understand. I'm saying you don't know shit about women. She's making a sacrifice because she really, really likes you. Women can't help who they are. They're beautiful people. They're nurturers. They're happy a lot. They like beautiful things. They feel. They have feelings. They want to please. They want to make people happy. Problem with you, Negroes, is you don't understand that and you don't want to meet her halfway. So in the beginning, she likes you. She already realized that your expectations are way off. But they pretend to try to be that, hoping that you will see the sacrifice and come around. But when you don't see it, when you continue to be selfish and all about yourself, then all that pretending stops. Now you're dealing with the real woman that you should have saw from the beginning. And 9 times out of 10, that's the woman that you don't know. Now, who do we blame for that? We blame you for that, for being a fucking dumbass in the beginning. For having all these unrealistic expectations. And you guys do have all these, I want a woman to cook and clean. I want a woman to cook and clean and make love to me and go fetch the newspaper, bring me my bed slippers, run to the cleaners, get all my dry cleaning, take the car to go fill up for gas, give me money for work, pick me up from work, take me to work, buy me a PlayStation, buy me an Xbox and about 50 games. You want her to do all of these things. And what's unreal, and check this out. That's not the unrealistic part. The unrealistic part is that you actually think that somebody like that exists. I mean, do you honestly believe that she's being for real when she tries to do some of these things? I mean, at some point, you should pull this out. Hey, baby, hold on, wait a minute, wait. Now, you know, you're doing all of these things for me. I feel kind of guilty. What's going on here? Then she'll break it down to you. Well, you know, I thought this is what you like. So I'm trying to be it for you. She'll tell you she tried to be it. She's making a sacrifice. Something you knuckleheads won't do for her. What kind of sacrifices have you made for a black woman? See, they make sacrifices for us all the time. Where are the sacrifices that you're making for them? Nothing. And these dating coaches teach you to want them to make all of the sacrifices. That doesn't work in a relationship. You guys don't know shit about being in a relationship. That's not how a relationship works. One person doesn't make all of the sacrifices while the other ones sit by and do nothing. Where the hell they do that at? That's what she mean by unrealistic expectations.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what she mean by unrealistic expectations. It doesn't appear to say, well, you want a woman to cook and clean when a man expect that. Well, she'll do that naturally if you treat her right. You ain't got to ask a woman to cook and clean. If you're treating her right, she'll do that. But why do you want her to do just that? Why do you put the women in a lower category? Why do you want to treat your woman like she's a maid or a slave? Why that's the only thing you want her to be? Is somebody to cater and take care of you. Why is that the only thing you want her to be? Why can't she be other than? Why can't she be who she wants to be? You think she wants to be somebody that's a maid to you? Do you think that she wants to be somebody that you consider lower than you? What about what she wants? You guys are pretty good at talking about what you want. We all know what you guys want. Y'all want sex slaves. What about what the woman wants? I mean, as far as you guys are concerned, the black woman shouldn't want anything other than what you want her, what you want for her. Sorry. She shouldn't want to be anything other than what you want her to be. And again, that's an unrealistic expectation. So the woman is not wrong when she say you black men have unrealistic expectations. And that's so obvious. I don't even understand how it's something that no one can see. I mean, it's as plain as the nose on your face. As soon as you guys open up your mouths, up there it is. We done heard the sound of his voice. And the verdict is unrealistic expectation. Play it, Dan.
Hot dogs.
Oh no, I'm DoorDashing every day. Call your mama.
And for myself, I'm not even gonna get you anything.
Oh yeah, I got
Your
that for
own.
you.
Did you get your passport yet? Did you get it yet? Did you get it yet? Did you get it yet? She's going from men having unrealistic expectations just to contradict herself by saying men are easy. Men like everything. She said nothing about height. She said nothing about money. She said nothing about degrees. This is where the wife store comes in. Check this out.
And on the first floor, there are wives who love sex. On the second floor, there are wives who love sex and who are kind. On the third floor are wives who love sex, who are kind, and who enjoy sports. The fourth, fifth, and sixth floors have never been visited.
That's so
And that's the
good,
end
isn't
of the
it?
story.
I love that.
Men are simple creatures. We don't need much to be happy. It's women that are agents of chaos. And that's exactly what they told you what's going to happen after you marry them. After the honeymoon phase is over, she will go right back to her default settings, and that is creating chaos. Now, like I said before, she's also right about men having unrealistic expectations, because in modern society, you cannot expect a woman to be a virgin and save herself for marriage. You can.
Okay, first of all, she's not wrong. And you do have unrealistic expectations. Here's the problem. Here's what you guys don't understand. You are the one pursuing the woman. So it's your responsibility to find out who the woman is that you're pursuing. You should have known before you got married what type of woman she was. You see, if you wasn't so busy wanting her to be what you wanted her to be, you would have learned who she was and understand who she was, and you could have made a decision to stay or go. That's where you guys always F up. And you blame it on somebody else. This is why you court. You get to find out who the woman is that you're going to marry. But when you when you say, listen, I want you to prioritize all your time around me and have none for yourself, that's an unrealistic expectation. And so because you want her to be all of these things, you never take the time out to find out who she is. You don't listen to her when she talks to you. You don't do what she asks of you, and that is get to know her. You don't do that. All you care about, you see a sexy woman, a beautiful woman, and you want her to be your sex slave and cater to you like she's a damn maid, and you don't give a damn about who she is, and you think somehow that's going to work in a relationship. It's not. And you know, and you're trying to blame her. It's your fault. What, you think you don't get to do nothing here? You think that you don't get to play a part in the relationship? No, it's about you too. And the minute she tries to be something that she's not, you see, if you spend time getting to know her and listening to her and allow her to be her natural self, you would have known when she started to pretend. You would have known when she started to do something for you just because she wanted to please you and make you happy, but it's not necessarily something that she likes to do. You would have known all that already. And you would have jumped down for no, baby. I don't, no, 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 don't do that. I don't want you to do things just because I like them or I want you to do them. I want you to feel happy. I want you to do things for me because you want to do them. Okay. If you don't want to do this, that's fine, baby. Be you. I want you to be you. I don't want a woman doing things for me just because I said so. I want a woman doing things for me because she wants to do them. See, that's the difference. There's a difference between a woman who wants to do things for you and a woman who do things for you just to please you and not necessarily want to do those things. And the difference is love. The first woman is in love. And she knows that she's being loved. She has a loving man. And that love is strong. And she wants to. Ain't nobody making her. Ain't nobody asking her. She wants to do it because she is loved. That she understands that she is loved and she's in love. The second woman is pretending. She thinks that there's some love there. She haven't seen much of it yet, but she thinks that the love is there for her. So she believes by pretending, she can draw the love out. And she gives it a shot. She gives it the old college try. But tries have a limit. And when she reached that limit and no love has been drawn out, now you're going to get the same. Now you're going to get the person you should have let her be in the beginning. You should have let her be herself. Because that's the person you're going to get now because all bets are off now. There's no more pretending. And now she's going to have some kind of real serious attitude towards you because you can't see her sacrifice. She sacrificed who she was to try to please you. And then you're ungrateful. I mean, you were going to say, well, damn, baby, well, you really didn't do that, but thank you anyway. I appreciate you looking out for me like that. But, that's not something that you had to do. You could have talked to me and, if I'm not paying attention, let me know that, man. You ain't telling her shit. You want some, okay, how come you ain't still doing it? And that's the unrealistic part. I got news for you. Women aren't the only ones who change after they get married. Negroes change too. As a matter of fact, in most cases, the man changes before the woman does. When she met you, you was working out. You was playing ball. You was running a 440. You was fast. You were athletic. You were a karate master or a black kung fu artist or some shit. You were so good at kung fu, they called you Kung Fu Afro. You understand what I'm saying? You was in shape, brother. You were all cut up. When you get married, now you start drinking a beer. You stop taking showers. Start leaving skid marks in your dirty drawers. Now you done got a belly. Now you start scratching your damn belly. You're farting all over the place. So to having clean socks, you got fucking corn chips, crunchy socks. How you think she feel? How you think she feels? She stepped to you on some, hey, this ain't the man I married. Would she be telling the truth? You done got all fat and shit, wearing crunchy socks, crunchy drawers. Got the house smelling like shit. Should she come to you and say, hey, you ain't the man I married? Should she start threatening you, talking about, listen, if you don't lose weight, I'm leaving? When you contract from being overweight, diabetes, should she come to you and say, hey, if you don't get your act together, I'm leaving? Because many of you, when she's pregnant and the baby makes her put on some pounds, a lot of you careless motherfuckers sit up here and say, you need to go lose some weight or I'm leaving. Well, when you overweight after the marriage and now you're dealing with diabetes and all of that, trying to save your limbs from being cut off, you had the worst time of your life. Should she then come to you and say, hey, you got 5 minutes to lose a pound or I'm out? And I mean that shit. Starting right now. I'll be back in 5 minutes with a scale. Is she wrong? Is she wrong? What about y'all? Y'all change. See, here's my thing. You guys have the craziest arguments that really don't have a fucking any weight to it. Because what you do is you argue childish shit. It's childish to argue they change once they get married. Because you do the same thing. You don't stay the same either. Like I said, you was dressing sharp to catch her attention, doing all these extra things. Excuse me, but when you got married, all that shit stopped. You know how many stories we can pull up of women talking about, man, their husband changed. As soon as they got married, he stopped sending them love letters. He stopped taking her out. He stopped this, he stopped that, he stopped that. What do you call that? So they're not agents of chaos. You are. You're the one that's the agent of chaos. Because you feel that you got your woman and you don't have to keep yourself together anymore. So if you get fat and sloppy and nasty, she's supposed to not leave you no matter what. She's supposed to sit up there in that house with you that you turned into a toilet bowl. She's supposed to sit up there in that shit with you because she's married to you. That's what y'all think. Y'all put all of this shit on them. They're supposed to accept any old kind of fucked up issue coming from you. But you don't have to accept anything coming from them. Where they do that at? Play it, Dane.
Cannot expect a woman to have a lower body count than the predator. You cannot expect a woman waiting to be a mother. To make a long story short, you cannot expect a woman to be traditional. These
Stop.
expectations are
And again, see the childish arguments of body count. Who argues about a body count? You got grown ass men talking about how many bodies she got. How many bodies you got? How many mothers you've turned into single mothers? What's your body count? So you're saying that it's okay for you to have a large body count because you're a man, but it's not okay for her to have a few bodies. So she can't have ex-boyfriends, a number of ex-boyfriends, but you can have an endless amount of ex-girlfriends. That's childish. That's some childish shit. Play it, Dan.
realistic in modern Western society. Everything you need to know about why men are opting out is coming out of these females' mouths.
Hey, stop.
Did you get your passport yet?
If it's unrealistic in modern day society, then what do you call all of these wives? These stay-at-home wives, all these housewives out here. What do you call that? Are you saying that there's no housewives out here? There's a lot of traditional housewives out here. The problem is you guys can't handle a woman that wants to be herself. You want to control what the woman does. Simply because you're not ambitious, you're not a go-getter, you don't have any get up and go, you don't have any want to, you cool with being inept, you cool with being a bum, you cool with not achieving anything, you cool with being a dweeb, you're cool with being boring, dull, uninspiring, basically calling yourself an educated lame. My thing is, if you were educated, you wouldn't call yourself a lame. That's just me. So, all these things. But she can't be who she wants to be. She can't be herself. She has to be what you want her to be. And she has to somehow pull all these unrealistic expectations of yours out of a fucking hat. Like she's a magician. Okay? And you immature niggas running around talking about, see, she's not a traditional woman. Well, she ain't a traditional woman being what you want her to be either. What you guys want, that ain't no traditional woman. That's a sex slave. You don't want any traditional women either. So I'm not even sure what is your argument. You're talking about, well, they're not traditional women. You're not going to get that. Well, that's not what you guys are looking for anyway. You niggas are looking for a sex slave. You want a woman to do what you want her to do, only what you want her to do, with no talking back, with no protesting, with no ability to stop you from doing what you're doing, with no ability to stop you from making them be who you want them to be. You guys don't want women to have any rights. You don't want the law protecting them from you. You want to be able to do whatever you want to that woman, including rape. And you don't want to face any consequences for it because you don't value the lives of Black women. So when you guys say get your passports, get them. What are you still doing here? How come you aren't using your passports? I'm pretty sure the Black woman would get along very well without you. So I'm not sure what you guys are hanging around for. Would you think that you make the Black woman feel some kind of way because You got a passport. You want to make her feel like somehow she's losing something. Okay, when you leave, well, I don't think so. Somehow I think, well, you know what? It sounds like they'll be fine without you. So I'm really not sure what are you waiting for. If you guys are gonna go, go. I wish you would hurry up so we could stop listening to this shit online. Play it, Dane.
Me and you can go to the unemployment line tomorrow. Get us somebody who need a green card. Get us somebody.
Not a green card, girl.
I can get a husband. I've been proposed to 4 times, for the record. I only married one person, but I've been proposed to 4 times. It ain't hard to get somebody to ask you to marry him. The other 3 was like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, because I didn't want to marry you. But if I would have just wanted a husband, I would have been married 4 times by now.
Did you hear that, fellas? She said, ew. Where did we hear that before?
Absolutely. Okay, so obviously they're asking in your heads, and I know where we're going here. What about Jay?
Aw.
Oh, damn
I
it.
appreciate that.
I mean, Jay is handsome.
Thank
He's
you.
smart. He's a stand-up guy. You've known him for 20 years.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how you feel about her, but I'm going to make this happen. Like,
That's what the ew guy looks like. Women are disgusted by the men that are actually good for them. Most of these guys are invisible.
Okay,
When
stop.
these women talk about men
Okay, he just said that women are disgusted by the men who are actually good for them. How does he know that? And what evidence does he have that that's absolutely true? That the women are disgusted by the men that are good for them. How does he know that? And what evidence does he have? You see, these guys say all of these things, but they don't have any receipts to back up what they say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
does the woman know that this man is good for her? Probably not. Good. Then you gonna say something?
Yeah, he's looking at it from a man's point of view because the guy's good looking and got a job. That's it. He don't know how she emotionally feels about him. She probably
Exactly.
said ew because he's like a brother or a father, uncle to her, and no woman wants to have sex with a relative. So yeah,
Right.
ew sometimes me no because he's like a father, brother, relative. I don't see him as a man to have a relationship with. I see him as a family member. That's like
Mhm.
you asking me to have a sexual relationship with my brother. Ew.
Mhm. Right.
Mhm.
And then I'm sure they're not going to be wanting to have sex with their mamas either because some of you dudes remind these women of their mothers. A guy like Red Supreme, I can see him reminding a woman about her mother.
Oh yeah.
I can see her turn to him and say, you know what? You just like my mother. You remind me of my mother. That's not cool, y'all. If a woman turns and say you remind her of her mother, you a man, that's bad.
That's not good.
That's bad. That's real bad. She ain't even putting you with the correct sex anymore. Not only has she gone opposite sex on you, she said her mother.
Oh yeah.
You
Like,
remind her of
you
her
sound like
mother.
my mother.
That's really, really bad. That means that you sound like a nagging woman. You guys, I try to give you guys advice, but you want to listen to these bum ass dating coaches who've never had any women. I can listen to a guy for 5 minutes and tell you if he ever had a girl or not. A lot of these dudes who are these dating coaches don't know the first thing about a woman, never had one. Never had one that they didn't pay for, or never had one at all. Okay. And the advice that they give you, stupid advice. Like you want, like, get a woman that prioritizes all her time around you. That's stupid advice. That's not even realistic. There you go. An unrealistic expectation. Name, isn't that unrealistic?
Oh yeah, it's definitely unrealistic, and they don't want that anyhow. Some of them have
No.
issues with a woman. Oh, she's clingy. I can't do anything. She's
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Can't even wipe my butt in peace.
And fellas, what you should be aiming for, this is why I say court. You need to come to my gent culture. That's where you're actually going to learn some real shit about getting a woman and treating her right and getting the best result from her. You want to shoot for the woman that wants to do things for you out of the kindness of her heart, or because she loves you and she knows that you love her. See, when you show a woman that you love her, right, it's like an extra layer of security. If you already have her under maximum protection, it's like another layer of protection. And it makes her really unwind and very, very comfortable to be around you because she knows that you love her. Now she can let her hair down. She can really be herself. She can really lay it on you because she knows you love her. And she'll do things for you because she wants to do them. Because you love her. You wouldn't have to ask her to do that. You wouldn't have to say nothing. You think a woman don't know you need clean drawers? You think a woman don't know that you need to eat? You think a woman don't know that you need clean clothes? You think a woman don't know that you need soap to wash your ass with? Or shampoo to wash your hair? You think she don't know these things? You think that she don't know that you want to be in a clean house? You don't think she knows that you want to have dinner? You don't think she knows these things? Of course she knows these things. But you can't get those things if you are abusive. You see, those things take on a whole new meaning, right? When you make it a condition in a relationship. You should never put a condition on a person. It causes all kinds of psychological hiccups. So you start getting weird responses from them like, what you think this is, a prison? Be in jail? You're damn right I didn't wash the dishes. What, you some kind of warden to the prison or something? So you start getting weird responses like that. Why? Because you put a condition on her. See, the reason why you guys want these unrealistic expectations and you want all these conditions is because you're not comfortable with yourself as a man. You don't even believe in your own manhood. And you guys are psychologically and emotionally fragile. And you have no confidence in yourself. That's why you want to put all these things out there. You don't even know how to be men. That's why you want her to do all of these things. It's about you, it ain't about her. It's about you. Forget about what you want her to do. You need to fix yourself. I told you guys before. If you want to correct the black woman, you have to fix yourself. It ain't gonna happen any other way. because she's following you. She is reacting to what you are. And today's black man is a joke. And she's reacting to that. Man, you guys today, man, you guys are terrible, man. You guys are, I mean, sissy. Guys got sissy business for crying out loud. Say yourself, black man. Are you insane? And what are you guys doing in these man groups anyway?
They looking for
Running around with, yeah. Every day you got some dude in your face. How do you live like? How do you exist like that? Every day some dude in your face. Every day you hear a man's voice. When I was in the Navy, I couldn't stand it. I hated sleeping in the berthing area. Well, I used to get up 5, during reveille. I'd be the first one out of my bunk, into that shower, out, clothes on, and I'd be outside for reveille quick. Because I hated staying in that goddamn berthing area with dudes. I want to be around niggas all day. But you guys seem to be cool with being around dudes. So that's an unusual attitude. You shouldn't want to be around dudes. That's not the correct attitude. You should want women around. You should want to hear the voice of women. Nowadays, you guys don't have pictures of women on your walls. You guys got pictures of dudes. I hear guys talking about, yo, man, I got a poster of Lil Nas X. Yo, I just got that poster of Benny Siegel. Yo, I got that poster of Eminem. Yo, I got that poster right. What? What you getting them posters for? How come you ain't got no poster of Little Kim? Or Nicki Minaj? Or Cardi B or something? Or what's the light skin name? What's the light skin girl who's a good singer? Alicia Keys. Okay, you ain't got no pictures of her. Why you Negroes got pictures of dudes? I mean, are you Negroes even qualified or have what it takes to tell a woman who she should be? No, you don't. So the unrealistic expectations are out there for you guys. As long as you have those, you forget about getting the woman. Ain't no woman going to ever cater to you like that. All right, play it, Dame, and we're going to wrap it up after this because I'm pulling double duty. I also got the ladies' night tonight. So get it, Dame, play it.
Having unrealistic expectations, they are talking about the Chads and Tyrones, the top dogs, the men that all the girls want. These guys come with a different mindset. Why in the blue hell is he gonna propose to you when he already has access to the punani? Women always have a bunch of simps ready to drink their bathwater, and they keep them around to boost their egos. That's why these women appear confident, but they are only one rejection away from their antidepressant prescription.
Think about it. If I'm single and I'm 40 and you single and you 40, you ain't better than me because you a dude. We both old maids.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And then another thing with somebody like Kevin Samuels, I feel like they really want to tear you down as a woman and make you feel like you can't get somebody else so that you'll start lower lowering your expectations and then accept bullshit off of
okay, then you cut it there. Didn't I just say that, Dave? Didn't I just say that's what Kevin Samuels want from the black woman?
Yes.
To lower all her standards so she can accept these trash niggas out here? Mm-hmm. Okay, you just heard. See, I know what I'm talking about, y'all. You just heard it from the woman herself. They want to tear you down and they want to take your standards away from you. So you can pursue trash niggas like the one who was hosting that show. Mm-hmm. Talking about these guys got access to the punani. What about the rest of the black men who aren't like that? Those guys get married more than anybody else. But I'm gonna put it like this here. You guys got to come to my gym culture. I'll get that bullshit out of your head. Because right now, there's a bunch of BS in your head. If you keep listening to guys like the one you just heard, it's just going to get worse for you. You keep listening to Red Supreme, it's going to get worse for you. You keep listening to Sissy Bim, it's going to get worse for you. Understand the position that those guys are already in. The Manosphere, the Red Pill guys, the Sissy Bims, they are already in a losing position. So joining up with them is not some power leap. Joining up with them is a couple of steps down. You become a loser. Before you joined their organization, your name was Johnny Thunder. You were Johnny Thunder. I mean, you were so bad, you wore shirts with lightning strikes coming down the sleeves. You were Johnny Thunder. You joined his Manosphere, it became Johnny Loser. Because the Manosphere done killed your thunder, and now you're just a loser. And that thunder ain't never coming back. You're a loser now. You join the Sissy Bims, you're a loser. You join any of these pills, you're a loser. And that is what the black woman sees. What you guys aren't paying attention to is what the black woman is looking at. See, because you guys are blind too. All you want is what you want. You want a sex slave. But you're not paying attention to what the black woman sees. When she looks at you, she sees a big old loser. And as long as she continues to see a loser, she will never behave the way you want her to behave. If you want to change her behavior, then you need to change your position. You need to go from a zero to a hero. If you want to change her behavior, you need to stop losing and start winning. If you want her to change her behavior, you need to go from last place to first place. If you want her to change her behavior. And these are unrealistic expectations. Stop losing, start winning. Don't be a zero, be a hero. Don't come in last in the race. Focus on coming in first. Even if you come in fifth, that's okay. As long as you didn't come in sixth or seventh or eighth or ninth or 10th. Focus on losing and you'll start getting up in the pack. And eventually one day you will be first. You feel me? All right, y'all, I'm gonna shut it down. Thank everybody for coming out. Then get the music ready. But we are back, y'all. You know, we're off our hiatus. So you're gonna see more shows consistently throughout the week. And we're gonna get back on our YouTube grind. And we're gonna do more shows. And we appreciate you guys showing us some love. Don't forget to like, share the video, and support the channel. You know, you can do it via Super Chat. You can do it Cash App. Support the channel so we can grow. Because we got deeper messages. We got more and more power coming, and we want to give something back to our people. We want to give y'all something real, man. Fuck all this BS that's going on around here. All cats want to do is argue back and forth, but don't never want to do nothing with the people. All right? So I want to say peace, power, and unity. And we'll see you tonight. I will be hosting Ladies' Night tonight. Okay, Dan, let the music go. I will be hosting Ladies' Night tonight, y'all. All right? All right, Dane, drop it.